Hello, crack swimmers. In this video, how many times do we say the words paddle, paddling, and flipperoo? Put your combined total in the comments. Correct answers will get put into a prize draw. You have 1 week. Paddle away.
What we're doing today is we're setting the whole thing. It's definitely 100% going to be at least 9A, if not 9B, but perhaps 9A plus. Did we say 9A?
We've said many things.
Or did we say 8C plus?
We were hoping for 9A.
And I've got the two most important tools for setting. A saw and the world's manliest impact driver. Then we have some thin hands, and then we've got these little beauties, mono hook things, so finger jams, where you've got these holes inside and you hook your fingers around them for some finger cracks that we're going to set in the roof. So in that room there, which we haven't actually ventured, you haven't seen any footage in there.
No, they have.
When?
The ballpark.
Oh yeah, the ballpark. What is in there?
Just a ballpark.
It's a ballpark. We could probably get the ballpark out and lay that under the crack.
We probably can.
In the ballpark room, we go mono's finger crack, transition through this doorway to the exploding thin hands crack. This here needs a little bit of adjustment with a saw because it's not very well done. Then that's going to lead into some thin hands, and then that's going to go into the main crux that we've been working. It's going to lead into 05, the full refined sequence. No wood end.
No pink.
No pink, and the little nibbler on the bottom.
Not one-footed.
Not one-footed, no.
Two-footed, but the refined sequence.
Yeah. Did you go AC plus?
Well, it depends how hard this beginning boulder is, doesn't it?
Yeah, we said that beginning boulder there was font 7B plus. So font 7B plus into this move here.
Font 7B plus.
Into how hard is that next bit?
Font 7A.
Into 05.
Into 0.
7B plus into 7B plus into 7A into 05. I was going to say AC.
In my point of view, and I know that this could be controversial, 8A.
Okay.
Monos,
so,
let's set the monos.
Yeah, okay, you're on.
Yeah, you're on.
Isn't it obvious what I'm doing here? I'm making this crack piece of artwork. So basically, so you see here, when you go in here and you twist, you get the end of your jobby
Okay.
caught on there. So I'm just going to hack the end of that off.
Like that, yeah. Chop it straight across. Cleaning up our mistakes. Do you know what? I realised why the crack broke.
Yeah.
It's because there was one of those in it.
Oh, like a little...
Yeah, there was a little bit already taken out of it. So I think it must have fractured along that line. I wondered why you were so strong all of a sudden.
Subpar materials.
It's a jobby's jobber.
Oh, that is fresh. That's a reasonable amount of screws in for once.
Okay, last one.
Okay, yeah. Whoop! I wasn't expecting that.
I love it where these cracks come up and there's just like no insulation. It was put up and then the insulation was put in around it.
Actually, have a look at that. Concrete and plaster from the build. It's like this thing got put up halfway during the build of the house. Older than half of the house. Well, that just shows how long we've been making volumes for, Pete. What kind of workmanship is that? Absolute shambles. The insulation poker. Yeah, if I stick some of this tubey stuff in.
Good, smash it on.
Yeah?
It's really noisy at 10 o'clock.
Okay. So I think this is our hot water and drainage from the shower. Got to be a little bit careful on this one. Oh yeah, that's the main sewage system there. We don't want to get this bit wrong because yeah, that's our sewage. This is where we need to be a little bit careful.
What's going on?
Just put some pipes back.
What's wrong with it?
Some pipes have fallen out of the ceiling. Come through to here, and I think we need to head diagonally across the room into the corner. So that's thin, and then we've got to match up the dog leg. How's that one looking?
This one's got a bit of space behind it. You just whack a screw through there. Then. See?
Like a glove.
Like a glove. And then test it.
Yeah.
It's in.
2 screws.
1 for sport, 2 for function, 3 for safety.
See those little porky fingers in there? Ooh, some nice little monos.
Are we thinking just mono it up?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to put the other one across there then, aren't we?
What, over that way?
Yes.
Ooh, it's like netting. It's alright shambles, isn't it? Right, last one.
Yeah.
A bit more speed. To me. Yep. We're good.
On?
Yeah. That's good. That's a fair old reach, actually. Yeah, that's going to be hard. Yeah, that's good, actually. Okay, so I think there, campus. Hop, double mono on that. Then switcheroo. That. This is pretty good, I'd say. Oh, God, I almost strained my finger on my feet on the ground. Then little campus. Sweet to that. And you've got a cheeky little jug on here.
That's not going to do anything.
It is.
Little toe hook.
Oh, it's just nothing much like that. No. Get a spatula on that though.
Spatula foot.
Yeah. You know the old spatula foot on that?
Yeah.
That would actually be quite good.
I see the spatula. I like the wolf crack spatula. This is the way.
Catch it. Feet through. Come to there. Switcheroo.
Easy.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Look at that sequence you
Have a
said.
look.
Adorable. I have a feeling there's going to be a few flappers on those.
They're like really deep. Like my fingers aren't long enough. And then what are you thinking? Campus.
Yeah.
I actually thought it looked easy before, but now I've put my fingers in it. It seems really hard.
That seems quite hard, doesn't it?
Yeah.
7B plus.
I like the pink.
Yeah, you know what Adam does on change?
Is this change?
This change. I can see it.
Oh, change. Yeah, where he's like this.
Yeah.
So you're thinking of potentially doing the change drop knee like that?
I don't really know. I need to look at the change video.
Okay.
Come on, give us the cracks. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is it. Crack. Crack.
So this is what you've set now?
Yeah, so that is...
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have to have something here, that up there, drop kneeing, and then come across. Oh, no.
I don't think you're flexible enough.
That's anyone do drop knees like that. Can you drop knee with your foot on the ground?
Then what?
Then you need to match in the crack.
Yeah?
That's it. Nah, I don't think it's changed. I really don't think it is.
It looks nothing like change.
It's talking absolute nonsense. Oh, that's disappointing. Thought we had change there for a minute. Okay, we're gonna go right to the start of the crack just to see how wrong we've got it. I'm gonna get you to talk us through the sequence all the way as you imagine, and then we can look back at this video
I like it.
in a few months and see how wrong you were.
There's 2 starting holds here. You're going to have to campus. So I'm actually thinking campus this way. Like this.
Are you thinking campus?
What were you thinking? Change?
I was thinking change.
Okay, to that.
Yep.
I'm going to that. Clamp. Here. Switcheroo. Into that. Paddle. Paddle. Probably leading feet first. Flipperoo. Into this good one. Flipperoo again, probably.
There's a lot of flipperoos.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to use that many.
Left hand after that. Pinkies down. And
That's a Danny Parker special.
foot through to that. Right toe on here. Into paddle. Paddle. I feel like I've got to flipperoo after that. You know, when you paddle and paddle, I feel like I've got to flipperoo.
They just start brewing, don't they?
Yeah. Paddle, paddle, flipperoo.
Yep.
What, double flipperoo? Paddle. Paddle.
Oh, that's the surprise, a paddle.
Basically, just paddle for glory along here.
And you're going to go hands first?
No.
Because that looks like hands first to me.
Nah, I'm going to go this way. Paddling feet first. Right foot through. Then you're into the original sequence. We were using this pink here. This one. And we were using the end of this. But we're totally going to take those out now because it's too easy. No pink, no Underwood, nibs for feet, paddle for glory, and then stab for the end of the crack into the good hand jam there. Through that doorway, and it's good hands all the way. Finish on in the sentry box.
10 laps a century. I'll make a prediction here. You know, this is way better than training for the Olympics. Like, why would you bother training for the Olympics? You got this.
Well, some of these cracks might be in the Olympics.
Ah, don't tell them that though. No one's supposed to know about that. It's the beauty.
That little beauty and the final problem.
Yeah, on the final head wall at Tokyo. Imagine that. It'd be brilliant. Jakob Schubert would be there, power pinching. But the big O dog, he'd be power paddling.
He would be paddling.
He'd be paddling. I definitely think he's been practicing his paddling since seeing this stuff. I would have thought, he'll paddle for glory. He'll make us proud.
Yeah, O-Dog on the head wall.
Yeah.
Paddling it out.
Oh, I'd be so happy. Brilliant. Imagine if Ondra won the Olympics
From paddling.
from paddling. That would literally be the best thing.
It'd be better than the Olympics.
Can you imagine the commentator on it? We wouldn't know what to say, would he? It'd be like someone turning up with a brand new technique that no one's ever seen before.
I don't know any other climbers apart from our obscure listeners that know about paddling.
Incredible. Just incredible. That'd be a step forward for climbing.
You're starting to make me think it might happen.
You know what it's just made me think? You know how we've got these cracks that we produce? And we've got fist cracks, thin hands, perfect hands. Why have we not got perfect paddle?
The perfect paddle.
Yeah, we probably should be looking at that in the range. The channel had quite a few questions about the paddle hand. It's probably about time that you explained what the heck is going on with a paddle hand. So first off, what sort of crack is a paddle hand good for?
Paddle hand is good in a roof or steeper cracks. The size of crack is baggy green and tight red. A little bit smaller than thin hands, but not quite ring lock. The sort of difference between a paddle and a thin hand is the way you put your hand in the crack. So with thin hands, you're often putting your hand in like this. You know, you're rolling that meat and thumb into the crack like that. So rolling it in like that. But the problem is with that, in a roof, the angle is all a bit wrong. You want to be pulling down. So this is where the paddle comes in. Get your paddle and put it in, tips first, fingers in, 90 degrees to the crack.
Yeah.
And then what we're doing in the crack with our paddle is creating a paddle. So like this. So like you would when you're swimming, you know? Like a paddle. Using the thumb as well. Pushing across and pushing in with the thumb.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing with the thumb is actually pushing against here and here. So a little kind of like down but outwards. I'm definitely getting force out the thumb as well. You're using the strength of the press. It's like you say, like compressing a sloper and you're just squeezing it. No twist.
Yeah.
It's all power.
All power.
If you're getting tired on the paddle, then I feel like more strain goes through the fingers. So that's basically the paddle. So you're not going pulpy.
Yeah.
You're just going straight in, paddling, using the power.
Great. Thanks, Effie.
Can you give us any extra tips?
I just noticed that when I do a power paddle, a real kind of like, I don't know, just like a central part of my forearm, right down that middle band of it. It must just be the way the strain works in it, because that there compared to, see that? That's hardly even standing out. Well, not so that's thin hands. Well,
More squidgy.
Well, this the forearm isn't that tight, but when I go power paddle,
Yeah, you can see the difference actually. Yeah, you
it's
can
all
see.
like that bit there.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm not sure I saw that muscle before before I did power paddling. It's like a new muscle which has turned up in my forearm. Paddlus profundus. What dates he said he's coming down? Is it February or March?